Russia, or the Russian Federation, is a country spanning Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. It is the largest country in the world, covering over 17 million square kilometers, and encompassing more than 1/8 of Earth's inhabited land area. Russia extends across 11 time zones, and has the most borders of any country in the world, with 16 sovereign nations. It has a population of 146.2 million, and is the most populous country in Europe, and the 9th most populous country in the world. Moscow, the capital, is the largest city in Europe, while St. Petersburg is the nation's second largest city and cultural center. Russians are the largest Slavic and European nation. They speak Russian, the most spoken Slavic language, and the most spoken native language in Europe. The East Slavs emerged as a recognizable group in Europe between the 3rd and 8th centuries AD. The medieval state of Rus arose in the 9th century. In 988, it adopted Orthodox Christianity from the Byzantine Empire, beginning the synthesis of Byzantine and Slavic cultures that defined Russian culture for the next millennium. Rus ultimately disintegrated until it was finally reunified by the Grand Duchy of Moscow in the 15th century. By the 18th century, the nation had greatly expanded through conquest, annexation, and exploration to become the Russian Empire, the 3rd largest empire in history. Following the Russian Revolution, the Russian SFSR became the largest and leading constituent of the Soviet Union, the world's first constitutionally socialist state, which had a one-party system throughout most of its existence. The Soviet Union played a decisive role in the Allied victory in World War II, and emerged as a superpower and rival to the United States during the Cold War. The Soviet era saw some of the most significant technological achievements of the 20th century, including the world's first human-made satellite and the launching of the first human in space. Following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, the Russian SFSR reconstituted itself as the Russian Federation. In the aftermath of the constitutional crisis of 1993, a new constitution was adopted, and Russia has since been governed as a federal semi-presidential republic. Vladimir Putin has dominated Russia's political system since 2000, and his government has been accused of authoritarianism, numerous human rights abuses, and corruption. Russia is a great power, and is considered a potential superpower. It is ranked 52nd in the Human Development Index, with a universal healthcare system, and a free university education. Russia's economy is the world's 11th largest by nominal GDP and the 6th largest by PPP. It is a recognized nuclear weapons state, possessing the world's largest stockpile of nuclear weapons, with the world's 2nd most powerful military, and the 4th highest military expenditure. Russia's extensive mineral and energy resources are the world's largest, and it is one of the leading producers of oil and natural gas globally. It is a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, a member of the G20, the SCO, the Council of Europe, the APEC, the OSCE, the IIB and the WTO, as well as the leading member of the CIS, the CSTO, and the EAU. Russia is also home to the 9th greatest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The name Russia is derived from Rus, a medieval state populated primarily by the East Slavs. However, the proper name became more prominent in later history, and the country typically was called by its inhabitants Russkaya Zemlya, which can be translated as Russian land. In order to distinguish this state from other states derived from it, it is denoted as Kievan Rus by modern historiography. The name Rus itself comes from the early medieval Rus people, a group of Norse merchants and warriors who relocated from across the Baltic Sea and founded a state centered on Novgorod that later became Kievan Rus. A medieval Latin version of the name Rus was Ruthenia, which was used as one of several designations for East Slavic and Eastern Orthodox regions, and commonly as a designation for the lands of Rus. The current name of the country, Rossiya, comes from the Byzantine Greek designation of the Rus, Rossiya, spelled in modern Greek. The standard way to refer to the citizens of Russia is Russians in English. There are two words in Russian which are commonly translated into English as Russians. One is Russyakiy, which most often refers to ethnic Russians, and the other is Rossiyan, which refers to citizens of Russia, regardless of ethnicity.